Lunchbox is brought to you by Gulfstream Park.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the side.
Alrighty. We are here at Gulfstream Park. Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. No Mike Mayo at the moment. No Jeff DeForest. You don't see me, but you see the Professor Ken Jacobson. We appreciate anyone and everyone who's joining us. Let me get rid of him. I don't know what the hell he's doing. We appreciate everyone who's joining us. Yes, it's a little different cast of characters, but you will still get
technically smooth here at the top of the show.
Yeah, there you go. You will get your brunch voucher contest later on this afternoon.
Did he send it to you?
No, he does. He's gonna join us. He has to share it on the team.
We're hoping
he hasn't figured out how to do it on a phone while being
right
on with us. So at some point, Mike Mayo will be joining us. We are at Gulfstream Park's 10 Palms, smack dab between their tacos and tequila last weekend and upcoming. I think it's in 2 weeks. Actually,
Havana
already.
Nights or something.
Havana taste at the track. So no Joe Beja just yet today, but we will have Joe Beja once again with us next week. We do have the professor here. Good afternoon. I'm the one and only Ken Jacobson. How you doing, my friend?
Not too bad. I mean, late start time, which means I got clobbered at the roulette wheel while I was waiting off of you. And you ruined my reputation for sterling professionalism, as I had to drink beer and play roulette instead of doing my usual show preparation.
I'm sure that isn't your show preparation?
I mean, pretty much, but you don't have to blow my spot up on the air.
So anyways, we are here at 10 Palms. Mike Mayo now joining us, I presume. Good afternoon. Tallahassee's finest, Mike Mayo.
Can you gentlemen hear me? Good afternoon, everybody from Tallahassee, our state's capital, where nothing but the finest in technology and politicians gather every year. Can you hear me? Is this okay?
Good. You look good.
Yes.
Glad to have you on your own show.
Yeah, no, and I don't know, my sound is breaking up. Anyway, you see 2 beer bottles in front of me. That's not just because I'm going to start pounding and get drunk as soon as possible, given the way.
That is the reason you see a beer glass and an empty beer bottle in front of me.
Yeah. We had, let's see, 2-hour flight delay with my JetBlue flight this morning, and then it started thunderstorming here. I did make it to the hotel. You guys made it there. Defoe's in Atlantic City, probably just gambling the whole paycheck away.
Probably not quite yet, but by the end of the day.
Yeah. And Joe Beja won't join us today because he is tied up with some meetings, but we congratulate him on another fantastic taste of the track at Gulfstream last weekend. I heard there were 360 tickets sold for the tacos and tequila event. Meanwhile, we are going to be looking forward today. Okay, this is the reason why I'm double fisted. Do you know what day on the silly food holiday calendar today is? And Jim Sarney sent it to me.
Yes, because you told us before the show.
What is it? I missed it. What is it?
It is International Beer Day.
Oh, and believe a big International Beer fan.
So, and right here at the fabulous Courtyard Marriott, North Tallahassee by I-10, in the cooler up at the front desk, they do have an assortment of international beers, including Stella Artois and Heineken. And right now, I'm going to do, instead of the big bite, I think we're ready for a big gulp. Apologies.
Ken can join you. I don't have my drink yet because I was running around like a jerk off.
So we're going to say cheers.
And I'll explain why I was late while you guys have your drinks. So I can annoy you even further. So I know you do this online. Ken probably does too, because you guys are modern men. And
you got to admit, that was an impressive chug.
Yeah, you drink the entire thing. That's impressive. That was like Mayo's Big Bite, but drinking version. My wife's car tag comes due in July, and I forget that every year until August. So I don't think you can do it online once you're late. So I go to the place I always go to, and it's usually really
Oh
swift.
God, you were on the DMV.
It's not the DMV exactly; it's a tag agency, and they actually
Oh
go
my
very
God.
swift. It's one
You
in
really
Pines.
thought that was gonna pull off, and then you were gonna make the show.
Well, I got there at 10:30. So
I'm-
yeah, I got there at 10:30, and it's usually about a half an hour to 40 minutes. And of course, today everyone was doing a license tag instead of a registration, so it took over an hour and a half. And then there was a toll violation that who knew? Whenever we have a freaking Sun Pass, and it was like a $5 toll violation, but that added another 15 minutes. So that's why we're late today, and you can all blame me, and I apologize for
I
being
can't
old
believe
school.
you thought you were gonna get to go to the DMV and make it on time.
I
Like,
do. I've
there
done
is
it the last 2 years.
No better time to go to a DMV than on a Friday, right at the beginning of the month, when all these
It's a
Friday,
It's the first Friday of the month. It's
It is.
payday. Oh dear God! Like,
So I'm
why
sorry.
don't you throw a trip to the post office in there while you're
That's the
at
way
it?
home. That's my ride home.
No, go to Social Security too. Throw in another trip to Social Security.
And
That'll
the
be
bank,
great.
and the bank when they
Exactly.
have one
Like at
teller open,
4:30.
and there's like,
And I'm shocked because like Shirley is like what? She's a millennial. She's with it. They do everything online. They don't
Right.
even answer the phone. They text. And it's the easy. Even I, Mr. Gen X, borderline boomer.
Boomer,
eh,
yeah.
I go when they send me, oh, it's time to renew your registration. Not only do I go directly online, and I have a June tag, right? They send me the notice late March. I go right online, and not only do I do it right then and there, I do it for 2 years, so I don't have to deal with that shit for another 2 years. It's beautiful.
I didn't even know you could do it for.
You
2
can do it
years.
2 years. I'm just cheap.
Yeah.
I do it for one. It's
So what, in
Why?
case you
Why
die
do
in the
it for
next
2
year?
years?
I don't know. I just forget.
Do you think you might die between now and the second year, and you
Right.
don't want to the second
I
year?
don't know. I just don't want to spend the money. It's the thing is, it's her car, so I don't get like the. I didn't get anything email.
But you
I
drive
didn't
her
see
car
anything.
all the time.
Yeah, no, I don't.
So,
Well, I take care of everything. What I'm saying is, and that's what I was going to answer to Mayo is, I didn't get anything in the mail that said anything. Anything that has her name on it, I don't open. When it comes to the household bills and everything, I handle all of it. My wife does none of it, and this was not asked of me. This was never, can you do my
are
car?
you really trying to get like marriage credit on the show here?
No, not even
That-
credit. I'm
that
just telling
sounds
Mayo.
like what you're
Like he's
doing.
trying to blame Shirley for not doing it online. She doesn't know it's even due. To be brutally honest with you, I
And this
keep track of that stuff.
This is why it's lame because I'm running 2 hours late on the flight. My daughter picks me up. I haven't seen her in 6 weeks. Of course, I have to take her out for some coffee and breakfast.
Yeah, of course.
She's final at 1:20. I said, okay, we'll barely make it. I'll drop you back at your dorm. It'll be about like 12:15. Hotel's 20 minutes away. Boom. I drive up, zoom up to the hotel. They have actually early room check-in available for me. And so I'm able to get into the room, 5 minutes to spare, 10 to 1, and I get the text. Oh, I'm going to be late. I'm like, I'm hauling ass and like
I texted
breaking
you
it.
guys at 12 to try and give you a little bit of a heads
You
up.
didn't text us. You text us at like 12:30.
No, my first text is at 12. It's going to be around 1:15.
But I do give you props because it did give me time to get my international beer for International Beer
Right.
Day. And now we're going to come to the taste testing part of the show, considering I have no food in front of me today. But I'm going to usually I haven't drank a bottle of Heineken in a long time because I find that Heineken often gets skunky. I don't know if it's a matter of the shipping or the heat elements in the South Florida. But it's weird because I took my first sips of each and it was the Stella that was a little bit skunky. And the Heineken is sipping smooth as glass. It is a beautiful beer. Ken, what do you usually? You're a Stella guy, right?
I mean, if I'm
IPA
at a
guy,
place
right?
where it's like a majors only, I'll go Stella. But if they've got crafts, I'm usually a craft guy.
No, I'm saying today my Heineken is going down much smoother than the Stella. So maybe we'll do like one of those.
Unusual.
One of those.
Also, we gotta if it's International Beer Day, we gotta qualify. Like, what is an international beer? Like, is Budweiser? InBev's a Belgian company.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Here's the thing. Beck's used to be an international beer. And I define international beer as one that is brewed overseas, not in the United States.
Yeah, that's what I was
Mexico-
That's where the brewery is, not where the company is.
right?
If your beer needs a passport or is subject to a Donald Trump tariff, I think that qualifies as an international beer. And right now, the weird part is Beck's used to be a great, fine German Bavarian beer, but it is now produced in St. Louis, Missouri, at the same plant that they produce Budweiser.
Oh, well, they're off
and,
my
Really?
list.
Yeah, that sucks.
Nothing good ever came out of St.
I
Louis,
can't stand St. Louis.
particularly when it comes to food and drink. Filthy liars.
Getting wonky on me. I don't know if I'm getting wonky on you.
I was
but,
saying the people,
my
I was
Heineken,
slandering the people of St. Louis is what was going on.
can you hear me or see me?
You're going in and out. It's so fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna reconnect, guys. Hold on.
Alrighty.
While he's gone, for those who are unaware, you should go to the St. Louis cuisine history Wikipedia page, because the city of St. Louis basically claims that they invented every type of food and drink at the World's Fair.
Yeah.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, pizza. At St. Louis claims they invented everything, and it's all filthy lies. Comes to the
St. Louis,
St. Louis are liars.
they invented toasted ravioli, and I don't know why. Do you like toasted ravioli?
Because of the World's Fair. Everything was because the hot dog, the hamburger, pizza, I don't know, corn dogs, everything was invented at the St. Louis World's Fair, apparently.
So anyway, I'm back, I hope, for a little
You
bit.
are. You're there. You're there.
I am digging the Heineken today, and again, Heineken, a product of Amsterdam, Holland, and Stella is a product of is that Belgium? Where is Stella from? I'm bad with
Yeah, Stella's a Belgian.
I think it's Belgium.
Belgium. Do you know what they do in Belgium?
In terms of,
Mayonnaise.
Oh,
That's
mayonnaise on everything.
oh yes, they do. They put mayonnaise on fries. It's
what-
not one of their better habits.
I'm not sure. All right, I have no idea where we're at. Oh, I actually see the timer clock. We're only at 11 minutes. So let's recap. Defo is in Atlantic City for a few days.
Yes.
Do you ever see anybody? I guess even more giddy than me when I get an insurance claim check is Defo when he's about to go off to Atlantic City. He was so happy yesterday. And by the way, what a feast we had at Casa D'Angelo in Boca Raton. Where would that rank in the pantheon of lunchbox lunches there, Lubie?
I mean, it's up there. It's because of the elevated nature and the fact that everything they brought out was a special. It's not like it's on the menu specifically, so they may or may not have it again. I mean, it's up there. Look, what Runway did was utterly ridiculous. I mean, look, I don't want to cast it because everyone seems to try and outdo the last person. So to me, the last establishment. So
yeah, how lucky are we?
every week here. So I mean, I don't know where it ranks. I think it's pretty impressive. And Ricky and Angelo, both Angelos, are doing a great job with everything they do at Casa D'Angelo.
But how bad am I? Because it took everything in my power yesterday because I'm insufferable. When he brought out that beef tartare, and it was beautiful, and I used the word luscious, and it was great. But when he had the the nice poached egg on top of it, and I asked him whether it was a chicken egg or a duck egg, and he just said chicken egg. I was like, oh, I said, and the critic in me was like,
You're disappointed.
It would be so much better if it was a duck egg or a quail egg.
Jesus,
How bougie is this freaking
weird,
show,
isn't
man?
he weird?
It was good with the regular egg, but I've come to expect.
I hate that they didn't put a quail egg on my tartare on my free lunch that I
yeah,
had.
it was like,
right?
dude, it's us.
Holy God, man!
No, it wasn't
On the
difficult.
prime- prime tenderloin. Well, that's what makes me me, and again, it's what makes me hated by people, and even they pretend to like me.
I hate you just for that sentence you said. Dear God, man!
That was crazy.
I'm just kidding. Everything was beautiful. It was luscious. And then how about that? The paccheri, that pasta that he did, like the coating of the kind of smashed up cauliflower paste. Like he actually takes cauliflower and kind of sautés it until it gets soft, and then he smashes it, and then he coats this pasta with the cauliflower, and then he put this like little rock shrimp with some breadcrumbs on it. Oh my God, that dish was
that does sound
It was
pretty
interesting.
fantastic. Yeah.
Next time we'll have you. I never know what to expect. We've only done it.
I
twice
do know
there,
what to expect, which is I'm surprised Mayo's saying he loved the dish instead of complaining that it lacks truffles and caviar on top.
all right.
It had truffles in it, so that I
Okay,
guess
natural.
appeased
Yeah,
that
there you
nature in
go.
him, yeah.
Meanwhile, today we are you guys are at 10 Palms. I'm in a hotel room in Tallahassee drinking double-fisted beers. But what do you got in front of you today? I see some sushi, or what's on the menu, gentlemen?
Got some sushi. We got a dragon roll, a little spicy tuna roll, a couple of our favorites around here. Remember, Joe told us about the new chicken wings, so we're sampling some chicken wings. The lemon peppers, but not the lemon pepper wet, which I should have added.
I didn't even know.
When he was asking us about this.
I know you can do that. Anything.
Little tip to people: you always want to go lemon pepper wet, like
How do you? What does that mean?
What's his name? Childish Gambit, like the Donald Glover show. Atlanta has taught us.
Okay.
When you have the option, you always want to go lemon pepper wet as opposed to lemon.
So
pepper.
there's like sauce on it,
Yes.
as opposed to this way. There's
You got
no
the
sauce.
lemon pepper with the sauce. That's lemon pepper wet, and then we got some sliders. So a little, random feast. Specifically here to try the new chicken wings, which are very crispy and nice.
I was going to say,
again,
a nice crunch.
I would go with the wet as opposed
And we
to
can
just
order
the lemon
more
pepper.
and have them wet.
Yeah, certain flavors are better wet. I mean, I like my Skyline chili wet when you get the extra layer.
You're the only one. The toilet's gonna be
I feel
wet.
like he's inherited the default thing, where when I come on the show, he goes out of his way just to get under my skin. Dropping Skyline chili references.
How's Jason Tatum doing in terms of his role play?
Not very well, in case you haven't noticed.
So that makes you happy.
It really does. Nothing pleases me like the failures of Boston athletes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I ran into an old friend of ours and friend of the show last night. Val and I went out to dinner at the Fish Grill in Dania Beach, and working as one of the managers there now, our friend Deborah, who used to work at Even Keel Fish Shack.
Oh, Ken's favorite.
Remember Deborah from
I
Massachusetts?
love Deborah. Ken's not the biggest fan because she's like
I
the
don't remember Deborah.
You never met her, but I described her to you. She's like Queen Boston fan. Like,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
is
talk
like
about living
crazy
on
about-
that accent. And she apparently used to work for the Massachusetts State Police as a captain and used to do some bodyguard duty, maybe including of Patriot games. And I just started ragging on her. I was like, oh, how about the Patriots this year? You got no more Belichick, no more Brady. What are you doing? What do you think? And she goes, it's we got. And then, she pointed out they have a coach named Mayo and a quarterback named May. And I was like,
Right.
well, I guess I should like that team.
Let's be honest. They have a new black coach named Mayo. He ain't gonna be popular in soccer.
His numbers, days are numbered.
Much like that famous picture, somebody's getting stabbed with an American flag over that.
Don't go into the Boston racism thing. I mean, they're very enlightened there now. The got much better. And although I do hear that he used to be Indian and now he just became black recently, but that was the vice president. Anyway, why did we go down this rabbit hole? Let me start drinking heavily again, and it's probably a good.
Let's talk about something non-controversial like Olympic boxing.
I don't even know where to go with that. But I did pick up. I felt like Defoe today because I was at the
I
airport.
actually figured out an angle on the whole boxing story, where it's very easy to be pro with this woman who may be a trans woman or may not be a trans. If you took her at plus 350 before to win a gold medal,
Or she was an underdog.
you probably don't care whether she failed the genetic. Like if you
We're at
get
the
the
track.
opportunity to bet a dude to
fight
win
women.
a gold medal, to win fights against women, like I would have been
Good for
all
you.
over that if I had been aware. Like if I could have gotten a dude fighting chicks at plus 350, I'd have taken on a mortgage and unloaded on that.
Hey, I'm getting wonky again. I don't know if you can hear me, but
Probably for the best, given the segment we just did.
We can hear you.
hey, you know what? Let's take our first break, and I'll log back in. But I've got the New York Post today in their headline. If you could see, I felt like Defoe because I was sitting on a throne in the airport, but
No, I can see. I'm trying to read it.
and it's below the belt was the headline about the boxing.
Oh, yeah.
But take our first break, and we'll be back with more on the Lunchbox after these words.
From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have daily happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All righty, welcome back. We are at Gulfstream Park for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Mike Mayo is having technical internet issues up there in Tallahassee.
There was just an update on the iPhones. So,
well, of course, I bet that's exactly what happened right when he's trying to do a show from his freaking iPhone. We are in 10 Palms, as we are privileged and honored to be each and every week. Defoe, I think, is an AC. But I'm not sure if he's there as of yet. And this gentleman,
well, let me ask you a question.
The namesake is,
and you're like me.
Tallahassee. Yes,
you're young enough to have been of the computer generation,
sure,
but not necessarily the phone generation. We like when we were kids.
Yeah,
the phone. Is there anything more annoying than the fact that you have to buy a phone like every 2 years for $1,000 to be caught up technologically?
Well, it's annoying because I keep my phones in good condition. My phone still is fine. It's 3 years later.
And you know me, I buy the cheapest laptop that will get the job done because I burn through laptops at a ridiculously high rate.
Yep.
I take them everywhere. I destroy them.
Even when you keep your phone in good condition, no matter what, within 2 to 3 years, it's going to break. That's just like how they're made on purpose.
Or they'll send an update down that ruins your phone and then claim, oh, we didn't know anything about that. I don't know why the skull and crossbones appeared across your phone.
It's
And
extremely
then it
annoying.
died. Yeah.
I agree. But it's business, I guess. They don't want us to
Oh yeah.
just have a phone
It's a
that works.
business model.
It's annoying. Good afternoon, Mr. Mayo. Welcome back to your own show.
Am I back? I did some experimentation here, and not
Yeah,
with
we
any
can see
kind
your
of
face
drugs.
and not beer bottle.
Well, no, I realized that maybe for reception purposes, it would be better to have the phone not against a concrete wall, a cinder block wall in a hotel room, but maybe against the window. So maybe I get some better reception.
These are the things in 2024 we have to consider: is am I up against a cinder block wall or a window? What a world!
Yes, and while I'm back, and I hope you can hear me and see me, I think it would be a good time to do this week's contest, right?
Yes, let's get that out of the way, please.
Excellent
in
idea.
case we lose
Yeah.
you.
Yes, in case you lose me, and then we could just cut this. Are we still allowed to abort in the first trimester of the show? Is that allowed?
No, you're in Tallahassee. DeSantis
Oh, yeah,
will
you're
come to
screwed.
your room and arrest you for that.
They're monitoring you.
I guess once I'm more than like a tenth of the way through the show,
Yep.
that's it. It's over. I can no longer bail out. All right. It is
What do we
time.
have for today?
Time for this week's Lunchbox Gulfstream 10 Palms Sunday Brunch giveaway. As usual, you email the answer to this week's restaurant trivia questions along with your horse selections for this week's Gulfstream contest race, and that's going to be race number 11, finale on the card tomorrow. Saturday's card, race 11, numbers 1 through 10, and this week's Olympic Games tiebreaker. We're going to make Sarni happy by having it be the women's basketball game on Sunday, USA versus Germany. That is for Ken because he loves the Germans. I know that. And that is going to be Sunday's women's tiebreaker. You send all three components to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow, Saturday, August 3rd. Again, the contest race, Saturday's 11th at Gulfstream. Numbers 1 through 10 is the $95,000 Bears Den Stakes. Scheduled for a mile on the turf course. Post time 6:24. Now, be warned, with rain on the way, it is likely that the race might get moved off the turf onto the dirt. Just know that anytime there's a scratch horse, and if you pick a scratch horse, you get the post-time favorite, okay? And then also the Olympic tiebreaker, you got to give the winning teams, that's either USA or Herr Women of Germany, with the margin. So say USA by 8 points. USA women have a long international winning streak going. So again, that's 11:15 a.m. Sunday. And again, if people have all three things right, there'll be a tiebreaker drawing on the next live lunchbox, which will be Tuesday, our belated celebration of International Beer Day coming from Tarpon River Brewing in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to have a nice show there with Adam Fine, the brewmaster, and
what day
Julian
is it? I may
Siegel.
have to show up for
It's
this
just
one.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Actually, if you do want to join Devo,
Free
it's gonna be
beer.
out
I
of town.
might. Yeah, I'll probably be there. for
Tuesday's
that.
show will be there.
Yeah, Tuesday show, Tarpon River Brewing, 1 p.m., Fort Lauderdale. Come one, come all, and have a belated International Beer Day celebration with some locally brewed beers, but it tastes like it could have been made overseas.
That'd be
All
international.
right.
There you go.
What's that?
To be international style.
There you go.
Okay. I hope you can still hear me because
I
I'm,
hear you.
I'm-
Just do the
your
contest.
guys are breaking.
Contest.
All right, let's get this over with. Okay. For this week's restaurant, we salute National Oyster Day this Monday.
Nice.
National Oyster Day, for some reason, is on Monday, August 5th.
Yep.
And this is going to be our most shameless contest yet.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
I bet I know the restaurant.
Here we go. Clue number 1. A steady disposition always helps at this seafood restaurant on the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and which features elevated cuisine in a casual setting, and is one of our favorite stops on the monthly Lunchbox tour.
Taco.
You got
Crab.
that?
J&C.
This restaurant.
Gini's Pizza.
Clue number 2. I told you it's going to get more shameless, but clue number 2. This restaurant now has a sister location on Los Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale, and both locations feature $2 premium East Coast oysters during their daily happy hour and all day on Tuesdays. I don't know what they're doing on Monday for the Oyster Day, but I would imagine they might be
Yeah,
having
they're doing
some
a big
oyster
party.
specials.
I saw our friend post something on Instagram. So they are doing a big thing Monday.
Okay, good. And clue number 3, and here we go, is really getting shameless self-promotion. If you really want to get your raw bar freak on, you'll want to check out the Pearl Jam by the Sea event that
Good for you.
along with the Lunchbox and Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, we're all presenting this Pearl Jam by the Sea on Saturday, August 10th, 1 to 4 p.m., featuring unlimited oysters on the half shell and unlimited sparkling wine, along with a Bellini bar that we're calling a Vitology bar. Oh, and also live music. You can get tickets.
You're actively trying to get sued by Eddie Vedder.
Oh, no, he's trying.
You're baiting
Oh, yeah, he's
him.
trying. He's trying. He's trying really hard.
I figure I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone today. You can get tickets now at oysterpearljam.eventbrite.com. And this is brilliant because I don't mention the name of the restaurant, just the link to get the tickets for the big Oyster Fest that's going to be taking place a week from tomorrow, Saturday, August 10th. And hold on for this. If you want the best deal of all, wait to buy your tickets until Monday, Oyster Day. If you wait until Monday, it's kind of like a Prime Day. Oyster Day Monday, we're going to be having a special discount if you buy your tickets and you use the promo code OYSTER. Again, the promo code OYSTER. Buy your tickets on Monday and you'll get additional savings. I'm not going to tell you how much because, you know, you might want to lock in your tickets today. They might sell out before Monday, and then that savings code will be worthless.
Wait,
but
are the VIP seats still available?
They sold out.
The bar is sold out?
Mm-hmm.
The VIP, I think they did release a new block of VIP tickets. The VIP tickets will not have any a discount on Monday, but the general admission tickets, you'll get additional savings if you use the promo code OYSTER on Monday. All right, how's that for the most shameless lunchbox
that was
contest?
pretty shameless, yeah.
Yeah, but I figure I could
live
post this on the C group later, and it really will effectively get people to come on out next Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Monday, Oyster Day. Tuesday is their typical oyster specials there.
It's really weird that National Oyster Day
It's in a month you shouldn't have
is
oysters.
in the Monday in August. That's really bizarre to me.
But it's an old wives' tale that the Northeast oysters and the ones from the Pacific Northwest, they're perfectly fine all year long, especially in the summertime. I had some clams last night, and I love raw bar items in the summertime because they're, you know, it's like eating those crudos and the cold, you know, the sushi dishes. It's just like it goes with summertime perfectly.
See, that's funny, 'cause last night Lubie got freaked out about the concept of having a fried clams po' boy.
Clam strips. I never heard of clam strips. I didn't know what that meant.
Which honestly, I don't disagree with him because the best po' boys are, of course, oysters and shrimp, not clams. But
I just never heard of clams.
Nonetheless,
clams. I haven't seen clam strips since Howard Johnson's, and
That's what I was gonna say. Like I didn't know what clam strip is.
but who didn't love Hojo's?
The thing is, the clam strip is basically the clam with all the good parts stripped away. Because anybody who's like from New England, they love the whole belly Ipswich clams, the steamer clams. That's where you get your flavor in the belly, which is you know. But the strip is just like little. It's just little tough bits of not much, but again, if you want to deep fry it and throw it on a bun, by all means do that. I wouldn't recommend it because I'm a food snob. So you know,
You definitely.
There's an excellent food snob question though.
Yes.
Who was the chef who consulted to design the original Hojo's menu?
Oh God.
Ooh, it can't possibly be Julia Child, is it?
Very close. One of her very good friends.
Craig Claiborne or
Not Craig Claiborne.
oh who? Wait. Is it a French dude?
Yes, it is a French dude.
Why can't I think of his name? I could see his face. Was he like he had a restaurant in New York or something? He became big. JP. Now I'm totally lost.
It is Jacques Pepin was the original.
Jacques Pepin. Pepin. He
One of
was
my all-time favorite chefs. A guy who really brought French cuisine to America and made it accessible for a lot of people.
I think he died recently.
He did, but he lives on YouTube. There's some PBS station out of Seattle that has put together like all his cooking shows. So if you just
I've
put
never
his
heard
name
his name. Wow.
into YouTube, you will
The
find
professor
endless recipes.
reestablishing his foodie chops with
Oh, wow.
bringing in a Wayback Machine reference to Jacques Pepin and a
I
PBS
can't-
show from the 60s.
One of
That's far-
my favorite celebrity chefs, probably my favorites. I mean, and I love Gordon Ramsay's food. I don't love his personality on the show, but I do absolutely love his show. But probably my favorite celebrity chef, Jacques Pepin.
Very good. So I have not eaten at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant ever. I know that he opened one down in Miami, one of those Hell's Kitchens. I just refuse to go to a place that the basis of the restaurant is a reality TV show. But
I understand that.
I imagine
I think they all serve his beef Wellington though, which is excellent.
Oh, it
If
is
you
good.
are a beef Wellington fan, his is a really good iteration of it.
And Defo has spoken favorably of the Gordon Ramsay restaurant that he always gets comped at up in AC at one of the hotels up there. I guess it's the Borgata or something like that. But I guess I would keep an open mind. And I do know people who've had interactions with Gordon Ramsay who say he's a very nice guy, and he's not the same person that he plays on TV.
He's a character. It's a TV show.
Yeah. Character, kind of like me. I'm really a nice guy.
I got to be honest.
No,
I know the exact
you are a
opposite.
character.
I know a restaurant on Deerfield who has featured the show who think he's just awful because I've spoken to him about it. But
Was it the whale's rib? Was the other
it's very
No,
close.
I'm gonna guess that was Le Bistro. Was that Le Bistro up there?
Very,
Or-
very good. Very good, Mayo. You know your history of
yeah,
the Gordon
I've had
Ramsay
some-
being terrible show.
I've had some conversations, and interesting because it's a French restaurant with, I believe, a British chef, and I guess maybe Gordon was a little bit self-loathing or something like that, or I don't know, but I have heard some. I guess it's the same kind of story as Frank Calabrese and what happened with Bar Rescue.
Calorico and Bar Rescue was classic. Yeah. Our friend worked there at the time. It was
Oh
definitely
man.
an interesting adventure. I know we need to take another break.
Yeah. Let me do a little live spot for our friends at Tropical Acres, because it is the weekend and it is a fine time to go into Tropical Acres for their happy hour in the bar. It also goes on a Friday evening, which is the perfect time to have half price drinks and really well priced good light bites at the bar, including some sliders. I think they do sirloin beef sliders.
Nice.
They're excellent. And they also have wings and escargot on their happy hour menu. But best of all, they have half price cocktails on every liquor in the bar, including premium stuff like Belvedere. That's my play. I always get the half price Belvedere martinis with the stuffed blue cheese olives on the side, $8. You cannot beat that deal. And then you go in and you get your twin lobster special, which also they honor on a Friday night, Monday through Friday, while supplies last. Fresh New England lobsters shipped in every day, and two of them for $39 with a salad and a side dish. Unbeatable deals. That is what makes Tropical Acres special. That, and of course, the service and the hospitality from the Studiali family. 75 years in business. You know they're doing something right. It's at 2500 Griffin Road, just west of I-95 and the airport. They're open every day but Sunday. They also have a butcher shop if you want to buy some of their great filet mignon and other cuts of meat for the grill at home. The butcher shop is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go in there and tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All righty. This is Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Mike Mayo is on the road, but he's still with us. The Professor Ken Jacobson, myself, are both here at Gulfstream Park's.
We got to read that.
Palms.
Someone left like a novel for a comment. Somebody wrote Moby Dick in the comments. And
No,
look at
that's
that.
not
Is it Joanne?
Oh,
That's my.
oh, okay. I just saw the
captions.
length of that thing.
These are the captions.
Yeah.
The comments are usually pretty quick, but we'll take a novel if you want to have one. Mike Mayo is there in Tallahassee. Jeff DeForest is in AC, and we are at Gulfstream Park's 10 Palms with more Mike Mayo's Lunchbox after this.
A little further inland, Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C, 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward, some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Prezzo Italian Restaurants, 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and I got my beers back, and I'm going in again.
So Mayo Man, I know
Like,
you're
at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, at the ballpark they used to have like the dot races. I think we got like a situation like that. Which beer am I gonna finish first? Is it gonna be the Stella or the Heineken?
Oh, you didn't
They're
finish
neck and
on
neck
the
at this.
gulp earlier?
Oh, you're not Ken. Ken drank an entire beer in one sip.
I'm a refined drinker, so I will time it so that both beers will be finished right at the end of the show.
So I know you're in Tallahassee.
Right, you had a question?
Yeah, you're in Tallahassee to help your daughter, I guess, move back down before she moves up for the fall semester.
We're not moving. We're just basically bringing her back home for 3 weeks in the gap, and then we're putting all her stuff in storage because they seem to want to screw you out of your money every step of the way here, whether it's the university or in cahoots with local businesses. Like, instead of letting you move your stuff into your fall dormitory now, which would make the most sense considering that she already has her fall dormitory assignment. It's not the same as the summer dorm. And you would think they could just get it cleaned up and let them move in now and keep the stuff there until the fall semester starts August 26th. But no, you have to put all this crap in storage. And they have these packages at the local UPS storage and store where they give you there's like the basic package deal for like $200 where you could fit nothing, 4 boxes and 1 large item. Or you can get the $500 package where it's 16 boxes and 4 items, your bed cover and all this stuff. Of course, everybody has to get the $500 package. So I got to pay $500 for my daughter to store her crap for 3 weeks. And then, we were supposed to take this daddy daughter weekend getaway. I figure, okay, she has to be out of the dorm by tomorrow morning by, 10 o'clock. And she has her final right now, the last final of the summer semester she's taking right now. And then we're going to have a nice dinner tonight, actually at an Italian restaurant that has a good reputation here that I have not tried yet. It's one
You're
of
not
the
going
few.
back to the game place?
No, I've been there twice. I like it, but I wanted to now check out something different and new for me. So this is a place called Il Luso. What I did not realize, because when I went to book the reservation, they were showing the only availability was at 9 and 9:30 p.m. And I was like, what the
Yes.
heck? On a Friday in
It's
August?
college town. What do you want? I mean,
Yeah,
No,
people are out celebrating.
it is graduation. They actually have
Oh,
graduation
wow.
today and tomorrow for I guess all the different schools, undergraduates, graduate programs. That there are some people that have graduation ceremonies these next 2 days. So everybody takes their kid out to the nicest restaurants in town. So we got stuck with the late dinner, which is fine.
So there's some serious cahooting. Is the graduations and the restaurants lining
Oh,
up
yeah.
Oh, for
celebratory
sure.
dinners?
Yeah, for sure.
And I had to come out to the hinterlands for my hotel tonight because the usual ones that I stay right near downtown.
Oh, it's great.
Um,
Oh, God.
yeah, but I was still able to redeem my Marriott points here tonight, so I'm still on a freebie, which is ahead of the game. But yeah, so we're gonna have a nice dinner tonight. But now here's the bad luck part. It seems like every time me and my daughter try to plan a summer getaway in Florida, something bad happens. It happened. We tried to do a trip to Key West and Margaritaville back in 2017, Labor Day weekend. Lo and behold, that was the weekend Hurricane Irma came strafing across the Keys. So we had to cancel that
Get
trip.
for supporting Jimmy Buffett.
True. One other time, me and her were going to take a trip down to the Keys, and it was in the year when my dad was having health issues, and we had to cut that trip short right in the middle on the way down, and I had to make my way back up to New York. And then today, I had planned a first ever trip to Cedar Key, which is this nice little barrier island on the Gulf, kind of halfway between Tallahassee and Tampa on the Gulf Coast.
Oh, it's north?
Known for its seafood. It's a quaint fishing village, right? And lo and behold, this tropical storm is formed, and it is right in the bullseye. It's supposed to land right on Cedar Key Saturday night, Sunday morning. So what do you do? This is my question to you. I called the hotel. We had a 2-night stay booked. It says that there was no cancellations, subject to penalty within 72 hours. However, I called them. They called me back. I got a message, but they called me back. They said they are not closing and not evacuating. However, due to the circumstances, they would understand if we canceled and I would get my full money back, would not be charged a penalty. So what would you do? Would you go down there and chance it, or
No, that's a straight cancel.
Have they named this?
Not yet, but it's supposed to turn into a tropical storm by tomorrow night, somewhere over.
I get that your dad and daughter are at a point in your lives where you're both more relatable. Do you really want to spend 3 days stuck in a hotel room together? Like that's
if it's raining, it's not.
That's
fun.
just misery.
Yeah,
Right. Straight up cancel.
You can't go to the beach. You can't go snorkeling. Yeah. No, I think we're gonna recalibrate and just maybe. Maybe we'll just start driving tomorrow and go down to like Daytona and just try to get a hotel on the East Coast because it looks like it's going to be a little bit better on the East Coast. Who knows?
Lubie and I have a restaurant to not recommend very much to you at Daytona.
Does it involve motorcycles?
No, every server was not only pregnant, but
like 9.5 months.
The doctor
pregnant.
was in the other room prepping the OR.
Like you expected
for
a third
birth.
arm to come out and start helping her carry the tray.
Like it was every server. It was like 3
it was
different
not,
servers.
at the time, and this is like 10 years ago, at the time it was the highest Yelp rated restaurant in Daytona Beach because that's how
Oh my God. That's not like that's not saying much.
Every server was so pregnant,
super pregnant,
that like they kept an ambulance next to the restaurant just to be ready. It was the most amazing scene I've ever seen in my life.
You felt bad giving them your order, like you were making them work.
I mean, is being the best, highest rated Yelp restaurant in Daytona like being the best thoroughbred on the grounds at Beulah Park or something like that?
To be fair, this was long before I knew that Yelp was run by idiots and complainers and just terrible people. And I was at the time putting stock in the Yelp rating. I should have known because like the number 4 rated restaurant at the time in Daytona was an Applebee's. So you probably should have known the ratings weren't that reliable, but still.
You know, I've been to Daytona a bunch of times for various sporting events, including the Daytona 500, and it is probably the worst eating restaurant town
That's pretty rough.
outside of maybe places in Oklahoma. Can you hear me? Am I still here?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of somewhere you could stop on the East Coast that's not
Chart House. But Chart House was the only place in Daytona that was somewhat passable. And the last time I went there with my daughter, we did a little getaway during one of her gymnastics competitions.
What about like
and
Cocoa Beach?
even the
Like why not Cocoa Beach?
no, maybe we could
think
go to
we'll-
Cocoa. We could even maybe even go down to like Jupiter's hopping. And I really
Yeah,
haven't
what's-
spent any-
Jupiter's pretty solid.
What's
I
the
would say
place
Jupiter.
in was it Lantana?
well,
Like
St. Augustine.
a Lemon House or the Yellow House or something like that. I'll have to ask a friend on that one.
Well, no, you'd want to be
It's,
more south. St. Augustine's not that far from like a town. Like I would want to be closer on the way. Like you still would have a huge drive.
You're gonna go straight across the St.
And
Augustine.
doing a
Oh, no,
4-hour
I
drive.
wouldn't do St. Augustine. Like I would want to be like middle. If I
Okay.
was-
I could go down to what's it called? In one of the Hutchinson Islands or something like that near Cape Canaveral, or who knows?
Something like that. That would probably be, yeah, because this storm is going to be interesting. It's supposed to be a lot of rain, and it is. It seems like it is looping toward the west coast. Because I was going to tell you, Tampa's actually not horrendous, but it probably may get that whole area. That's the whole problem with this freaking system.
Or maybe we'll just hightail it out of Tallahassee tomorrow, and I'll make it back to the Hard Rock in time for the final flight of the $1 million tournament that they're kicking off this big series.
True degenerate.
$400
That's your daughter's dream.
Cancel daddy daughter weekend to go play poker.
You gotta play the hand you dealt, and if God is giving,
In your case, literally.
I mean, I told Natalia, I said, look, we could go to Cedar Key and see how it is tomorrow. She goes, Dad, you already had one car get washed away in a flood. I don't want to lose my car too.
It's a valid point.
It's a smart kid.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, you could stop in Orlando, go to a bunch of restaurants that don't have locations anywhere else other than Orlando. You could go to like Uno's Pizza and Crystal's.
They had that
and just
taco.
take a tour of restaurants that have no locations on the
Taco
East
Bell.
Coast.
How about I go spend $400 on 2 tickets to Disney World and get some turkey legs? How about
Yeah,
that? That would be
midsummer. That's what you want, right in August when every
Right,
summer camp
yeah.
has ended and school has not began.
Right.
I'm sure it'll be
Be around
dead
10
right
million
now.
screaming little children
and it's 150 degrees.
in 150 degrees.
that's
With
my
so,
version
yeah.
of hell. Now, Natalia has a friend that's going to school in Tampa, but I guess they're finishing up too, because that would be good. I could check out the Hard Rock in Tampa and play some poker there while she hangs out.
I'm just saying,
with her
isn't this thing going to hit the west? So it probably would actually be raining all
Also,
throughout the West
I'm going
Coast.
to be honest.
And the
I don't
Tampa Hard Rock
think
sucks,
we have any
supposedly.
spots. The Tampa Hard Rock's a dump.
Yeah, supposedly it sucks. Have you ever
Oh,
been there?
I've never been inside there.
supposed
Yeah,
it's
it's
rough.
not good.
Friends of mine have won big money there. My late friend Sean, he turned $500 into $200,000 by winning a poker tournament in
Tampa
Tampa.
Hard Rock is if you
So
think if you think Dania Highline's way too snooty for you, you go to the Tampa Hard Rock.
I got to tell you, Dania's Poker Room, the pizza place that they have there that's open only on weekends, like Thursday through Sunday at night, it's not a terrible pizza. And they do, they have a gelato and pizza. It's, for poker room food, I kind of like it. It's not
I
bad,
can't lie. I
especially-
had not. Oh, I do have a tip for you that I was introduced to this week. If you have a sweet tooth and you maybe don't like a lot of chemicals and such, someone introduced me to ice cream for bears,
What?
which is a ice cream brand that's starting to make around. It's available at Sprouts.
Is this a gay thing? Is this like a bear? Or what?
Yeah,
Is there ice cream for
What?
twins?
That is-
Look
even
at me.
mean?
I would be such a hit in the gay community.
I don't know that. Where did you go with that?
As Homer Simpson once said, everybody else in the community has a 6-pack and I have a keg. But no,
No,
it's
but what do you mean
ice
for
cream
bears? Ice cream for bears?
because it's sweetened with honey instead of sugar.
Oh,
only
that
sweet
sounds
not
a
for
little
bears.
gay to me.
Pure honey.
I mean, if they're selling it at Sprouts, I actually quieted myself quickly, realizing, oh, this isn't for bears. That's just a name.
But no, like rich and super creamy, so it doesn't get like super hard in the pints, which is the thing
interesting.
I hate about some brands. Not that I'm saying Haagen-Dazs, but like
Yeah.
I have to leave Haagen-Dazs out for like an hour and a half just to get a spoon in it. Not like that all nice, soft,
Is it lower in
creamy.
sugar?
It's lower in sugar.
Let me ask you.
Got no chemicals in it.
Really?
Fantastic.
Would you ever nuke your Haagen-Dazs in order to get
My
it
wife
softened
does
up?
it, and I hate it. It makes me sick to my stomach. Just the idea, even though it actually works half the time she does it, it seems the stupidest thing to me.
Yeah, it might
15
work.
seconds.
But
15 seconds in the microwave, any ice cream pint becomes instantly spoonable, scoopable, eatable.
Why
eatable.
should I? That's honestly, that is the freaking Girl Scout
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like my
Thin Mint argument. Like, oh, if you freeze them, they're really good. If I have to prep ice cream, if I have to prep fucking cookies,
It's not prepping. It's just putting it in the microwave for 15
if you put it in the microwave, you've prepped it. I shouldn't have to prep freaking ice cream.
So I remember during my sports writing career, the stupidest injury of all time. It happened at the Masters one year when I think Nick Faldo was trying to three-peat at Augusta. And he showed up with a big bandage all over, like on his hand and his and he couldn't putt. He like three putted 5 times, and his tournament went up in smoke. And we're like, what happened, Nick? He's like, oh, I was staying at the rental house, and we had a pint of Haagen-Dazs, and it was so freaking hard. I took a knife to try to chisel it up.
Everybody's done that with Haagen-Dazs. It's delicious ice cream, but you have to leave it sitting on the counter like 2 hours before you plan to eat
or
it.
you microwave it and turn it into a milkshake.
Oh man!
Again,
Hey, we gotta take our final break, and then I want to come back and I want to talk of the high end cuisine that Tallahassee is known best for, which is chicken tenders. Chicken tenders.
Yes.
Chicken tenders. We're gonna have a discussion about the best tendies in Tally after these words, but let me first talk about Batch New Southern Kitchen.
Well, I was going to say, instead of fried chicken fingers, a place that does actually really good fried chicken that even the professor would attest to is Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap.
I was in there for dinner the other night. I had that great new summer menu specialty, the blackened redfish.
It's really good.
Succotash and a grit cake, cheesy grit cake. Oh man, was that good? And if I didn't eat the grit cake, it would have been aligned with my new heart healthy diet. But the fish was great, and they have all kinds of other stuff, salads and things for the lighter side during the summer. And of course, if you want to go traditional Southern, they also have that. They have the great all kinds of sandwiches, and they have the little tater tots with the bacon and the cheese. Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap is at 525 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. They have free parking in the garage next door. They have weekend brunch on both Saturday and Sunday with bottomless drink options. They have a tremendous bar area that has great craft cocktails. And of course, they are known now for their bend over backwards hospitality. Brandon and Kevin and the whole crew in there. I met the new manager, Sean, and Vanessa. They take great care of you. They really want to win over every customer one at a time. They will kill you with kindness, and they'll probably give you one of their beautiful batch of the drop biscuits to go that you can bake off yourself at home. Those biscuits are really something incredible. Go to Batch, tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All righty. After this, we wrap up this week. We wrap up this edition, and we send Mike Mayo into the great beyond of driving the state of Florida as we are finishing up Mike Mayo's Lunchbox from Gulfstream Park, 10 Palms after this.
Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you.
All right, we're back just in time because I see that my phone has gone down to 2%. So I'm up against the clock here. I got to put in the good word. Not just, well, our newest sponsor, Luke's Seafood. It's at 5511 South University Drive. They are closed this weekend because he's away on vacation, but they're going to be reopening on Tuesday, August 6th. Go in there. They have some great fresh seafood. Luke and Roxy will take great care of you. The other thing I got to mention is right here at Gulfstream Park, no Joe Beja today, but we got another taste of the track coming up.
3 weeks.
August 17th. It's going to be Cuban Day. It's all kinds of great Cuban cuisine and rum drinks, rum cocktails. Yes. August 17th, go online to gulfstreampark.com/events, and you'll be able to click on and get all the information. VIP tickets get you in an hour earlier. It is money well worth it because you get that good table overlooking the bar and all that. All right, meanwhile, final minutes, guys. First of all, thank you, Ken, for coming out and picking
anytime. Always
Defo. He gave us late word, but I'm sure he's going to be having a great weekend. He's going to Cafe Ebola this Sunday. Chef Volas. I always call him.
Is that the place you have to have a reservation?
Yeah, like
5 years away?
Yeah. You have to say a secret password and then call 5 times.
Weird. It doesn't.
He got the call back. He was very happy.
He's so excited.
But anyway, okay, this is a subject Lubie knows something about. So because we have a late dinner at 9 o'clock and my daughter's final is ending right now, and I said I would go over there and we would get like a little snack like at about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
You gotta go to Guthrie's.
Before. And well, here's the thing. I said Guthrie's is apparently the place that's like, it originated in Alabama, but people love it up there in Tallahassee, the gut sauce and all that.
And I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, no, it started in Alabama, but they have obviously branches here in Tallahassee. But my daughter said, "Oh no, I still haven't been there. I always go to Raising Cane's, and they've got
Raising Cane's is not Guthrie's. Wait, she hasn't been there, or you haven't been there? She still hasn't gone.
She still hasn't gone, so I'm going to drag her over there, and then we're going to do a taste test.
Yeah, you have not raised her right, Mayo. Wait, I'm going to Gilbert's. Oh no, I always go to McDonald's.
Wait, she's been there. How long has she been there?
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
No, your first
6 weeks.
You're there,
and they're right across the street from each other. First of all, it's mind blowing because Chick-fil-A has not one but 2 locations directly across from each other, 50 yards apart. One on the south side of Tennessee.
Oh no,
on the north side of Tennessee.
Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's have a a Walgreens CVS thing where they do that to each other all over the country.
Is it a holy war? Who can like out righteous?
I assume that Chick-fil-A will win because
Chick-fil-A.
they have God on their side.
Yeah, but
I went into Guthrie's my first weekend here, and I just love the vibe of the joint. It's so sleazy and greasy, and the gut sauce, and people
Guthrie's.
are driving in. I got to take my daughter here, and then we'll drive. We'll do a comparison. We'll go right from Guthrie's to Raising Cane's and do a taste test. We'll see. I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, go for it. First of all, I don't understand how she hasn't, like, especially since you've been saying she's going out doing the all-you-can-drink thing. Like, that's your move, is you do the all-you-can-drink. Guthrie's used to be open till like 3 or 4 in the morning, and like on the way home you go to Guthrie's. Like, I don't understand how she hasn't done that. She's not doing Tallahassee right at all. So she definitely
this
needs to do more
generation,
Guthrie's.
man, they need educated.
Like, don't get me wrong. After my sophomore year, I never ate Guthrie's again because I ate like 3 times a week. Like, I had people coming in to visit like once a month, and they would always want to go to Guthrie's. So I ate the living crap out of Guthrie's. So literally from junior year through grad school, I never had it again. But she's a freshman. Like,
Right.
you live
She
on
should
Guthrie's.
I'm gonna have to. I guess
She's your daughter. That's a problem.
I
Like,
think just in general, and this applies to everybody on the group over the next few, particularly during the summer, if you go to the local joint instead of the chain joint,
yes.
always go, particularly in South Florida down here during the summer, because you know what? You're going to get good specials, and you're always going to get treated right because people appreciate your business out of season. They appreciate it a lot. So if you have the choice between the local joint and the chain joint, choose the local joint 10 times out of 10.
I second that emotion. Absolutely. All right. We're going to get out of here. One more reminder. Again, send your contest entries to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow. And again, you can get your tickets for the oyster event we're holding at this week's contest restaurant. Oh, look, it's the name might even be up there. We'll give a little edge to our folks. But again, it's oysterpearljam.eventbrite.com. If you want to wait till Monday for your general admission tickets, you're going to get an extra discount if you type in the promo code OYSTER.
Nice.
And more VIP tickets have been released after they originally sold out. The guys at that restaurant have cleared out more space at the bar. The VIP tickets include a split of Tattinger champagne, besides all you can drink domestic sparkling wine, all you can eat oysters, and one entree from their lunch brunch menu there at that nameless restaurant on the corner of A1A Commercial Boulevard. That is not Taco Craft. All right. We'll let everybody go. May the horse be with you. I hope we can make it back to South Florida without needing oars or a flood insurance policy. And until Tuesday at Tarpon River Brewing for our late celebration of International Beer Day. And I did slug down my Heineken before the Stella. So Heineken is declared the Mike Mayo International Beer Champion this day. But we'll see you Tuesday, Tarpon River Brewing. Going to be a busy week next week. I can't even think of where we are the other days. But we're going to be somewhere every day from Tuesday through Friday. Nice. And Monday, we're going to do a replay of the fabulous show that we did at
the Runway.
That was a real special treat. Anthony Bruno gave me an all-time, what do you call it? Ball busting?
Well, yeah. Zets. If you want to be Yiddish, a little Zets.
Yeah, he definitely, it was good. That was a fun time. So watch that if you missed it the first time this Monday. All right, Professor, thank you very much.
You have a great one.
What is your favorite Olympic event highlight coming up this weekend? Or
handball.
What has been
handball.
The handball.
Okay.
The sport your gym teacher invented at 1:00 in the morning for a rainy day.
All good. When does the breakdancing begin? I can't wait to see that.
That would be right below modern pentathlon for the worst sport.
Just shoot them all. That's it. Lubie, have a great weekend. Thank you for everything. Good luck. I'm glad that you got through the DMV.
I made it
on Friday. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being patient today, guys, and enjoy every sandwich.